Hello everyone, my name is Noor Ashik and I'm making this small video to talk about a very interesting sector called intellectual property sector. And I've been working in this sector for quite some time now, and I believe I'll be able to explain most of you, like whatever doubts you have regarding intellectual property sector. Even many of my friends, there are a lot of people who ask me questions like what this sector is, or if this sector has jobs that they can apply for, because this is a sector that I believe many people do not even know about, that this kind of sector exists. So I'm making this video because I believe this might help you to know about more job opportunities that might be existing around you and you do not even know about it, right? So this sector is called the intellectual property sector. Now what is intellectual property? Intellectual property is basically anything that deals with creations of your mind. It can be a product, it can be your maybe music article, maybe a song. It can be anything that you create using your mind. It can be a movie script, for example. So all these things are intellectual properties because you are creating them. You are creating them using your mind. So that's what intellectual property is. Now, intellectual property is something basically directly linked or directly related to one small term called patent. Now, I'm not sure if most of you know about this or patents. You have probably heard about the word called patent. Now, what are patents? Patents basically give you legal rights over your invention. Now, what are legal rights? You can use your invention to create products, and it will stop others. It will stop others from copying your invention without even letting you know, right? If you allow, they might even copy, but nobody can illegally copy your invention. This is the most important, this is one of the most important things to keep in mind about patents, because today you might be inventing something. Okay, you might be doing research and you came up with some new invention which is very useful to people. So I believe you should get a patent for that. Why? Because if you do not get a patent for it, someone else might be, they might copy your invention and use it for their own benefits, right? That will be a very big loss for you. So you definitely want to get a patent for an invention that you really believe is useful for people. So now, what are these companies, and what do we do? Me, I am a research associate at Evalueserve, and I'm working in the chemicals domain. I did my master's in chemistry from University of Delhi. So, what do we do? There are a lot of companies across the world which deal with intellectual property sector. So, imagine today you have a company called X. Okay. So now what you will do is, suppose you have created an invention or you are working through an invention, but which you think is an invention, but it might not be an invention. Okay, too much of inventions here, but yeah, like you have so you have a company called X, and you have a team. You have team members working on an idea. Maybe you have an idea called something you have a very interesting idea that if you work on it, you might be able to get a product which will be very useful, right? Or which will be a grand success. Few years ago, you saw Samsung started working on foldable displays, right? You can see foldable phones across the market, right? So those are called inventions. So now there might be inventions that you're not sure of. So what you will do is you will approach to us companies and you will ask us that we have this idea, or we are working on this idea, and we want you to do some search and find out what are the similar or relatable, or if there are any other invention that are similar to this. Because in order to get a patent, to get a grant, if your patent is granted, that will only occur only if if that invention is very noble, if it is non-obvious, okay, and it should be useful. So there are many conditions actually before a patent gets granted or an invention gets granted. So what happens is you are the owner of the company called X, and you tell us your ideas and thoughts, and you give us your invention disclosure. It will be very confidential, and we will do search. And what will we search? We will search in various databases like Questel Orbit. We have got Google Patents and all that. There are so many databases. for both patents and non-patent literatures, and we'll come up with a report that yes, this like the report will be basically either that we have so many, I mean, relatable or similar inventions to your invention, so your patent might not be granted, right? Or your invention, or we could not find anything at all, there is nothing, and your invention is very new, right? So with that report, it will help your team not to waste time and money into that thought or idea any further, because their invention is not going to get granted, right? So basically, what do? We do research on the articles that have been published or all the patents that have been published, right? All of that we collect data and we create reports here. That is what we do. So this job is very, like, I mean, if you are interested and if you like to spend time with computers and all that, and going through data, reading journals, if you are interested in reading patents, now and all that, like, I mean, if you think you'll be interested in this kind of jobs, then this sector is definitely for you. There are both pros and cons to this job. Now, if you talk about pros are basically that you get to sit in an office, work, go home. So basically, it's a desk job. You work on your computer. You don't have to deal with anyone else. Work in your computer, send your reports on time, do your best, and that's it. But if you talk about cons are that because you'll be spending your like your job is basically based on computers and internets, right? So some people might not like that. Some people are more into social interactions, like I want to meet new people, be with people. So if you're more social, I do not know if you will be happy with this job, but yeah, if you like to I mean, if you want a desk job, a very stationary job, you have a proper office, you have, I mean, you have access to the databases and you work on a computer, this job is definitely for you. Now there are, I mean, like now there are many people who ask me, like, how can you join this company? Like normally this company is hired through two ways: either you can go directly and approach them, or you are hired through campus placements. I was hired through campus placements at University of Delhi, and basically what I did was, there was a written examination, or I should say an online examination, where there were many questions based on aptitudes and reasoning and all that. So if you clear those exams, then you will be called up for the interviews. In interviews, there will be many rounds, and if you are able to clear all the rounds, you will be given the job offer. So that's how I was hired from University of Delhi. And I know, like, a lot of colleagues now, like, who have been hired from many other institutes across India, like for example Prince Pilani, ICT Mumbai, DTU, Star. So there are many institutes from where I can see, like, there are, I mean, campus placements. So these companies go to those institutes and then they hire people for this job. So and if you think, or if your institute is not hiring through campus, then, like, I mean, if there is no campus placement, then you can do one thing. If you are really interested in this sector, I would suggest you to go through or to apply for internships in these companies, because if you are an intern or if you have some experience in this sector, you will be hired very, I mean, I'm sure you'll get hired somewhere. And this sector has some scope. Why? Because this sector is IP sector, and this sector will be there as long as research or inventions take place. So basically this sector will stay forever, patents will stay forever, and I mean stay forever in the sense that this sector will always grow. And over the past 20 to 30 years, this sector has grown a lot, because now people realize the importance of patents and legal rights over their own invention or ideas. It can be anything, as I said in the start. Like, I am working in the chemicals domain, so my inventions, the inventions that I go through will be basically from the chemical world. Like, it can be from anything: paper industry, this industry, that industry. It can be from any industry, right? Like, related to chemicals and all those products. Yeah, so you have inventions in many fields, right? It can be, as I said in the start, like, it can be from, like, it can be your music lyrics, it can be your like song composition, it can be your movie script, it can be anything. Basically, inventions are directly related to intellectual property sector. So I believe I'm able to explain or give you a preliminary idea of what intellectual property is and what job opportunities you might be having in this sector. So The job designations go by the names called research associate, patent analyst, or business analyst. So you have many like designation names for this post, and the salary is also decent. Like I mean, you'll get paid well for the work, and if you stick long enough to this sector or long enough in this sector, I'm sure you will find a very bright future, and you will have more opportunities also in future. And pay scale is good enough in most institutes or most companies that I went through. So if you are interested in this sector, you can definitely try. So my sole purpose of this of making this video was basically to give all of you an idea of what kind of jobs might be existing around you and you don't even have a clue about it. So I believe I am able to give you all a preliminary idea about what this job is, what this sector is, what patents are, and how people get hired into these companies. So some students even ask me like what kind of like, questions they ask. As I said, in written exams normally people, I mean these people ask reasoning and quantitative like questions, like I mean basically your aptitude is still because they want, because they know your background, they already know your background, what subject you are studying. They will basically want some extra or some other qualities from you, which is like problem solving skills or task solving skills. So your even your interviews will be based on that. If you are a fresher, then this will be the sole focus, like how much good your knowledge content is in your subject. For me it was from chemistry, right? So they will definitely like ask you questions from your own subject, and maybe your own background, your personality, everything matters in this job. You should be good in, I mean good at English. So you should be like I mean you should have good communication skills also. So this job is like I mean good enough. I mean I'm enjoying this job for now. Let's see what time holds. But yeah, this is to clear all your doubts. And if you have any further doubts regarding this sector and the jobs, then you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. And that's it for today. And thank you all for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and blah 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 if you like this video. Bye bye.